What's happening? So today I wanted to show you guys the first radio I ever purchased. I bought this thing at a farm sale when I was either 11 or 12 years old, so that would have been 1989, 1990. Bought this thing for $1 and it was not working. Hard to believe. But my uncle worked with radios, and so I gave it to him and he replaced the driver and the final, and that got me on the air. So that's all the work that's ever been done to this radio. It's otherwise bone stock. I think it dead keys at about 6 watts, just because he put some other sort of final in there and probably tuned it up just a little bit. But otherwise, this has just been a stock radio that I beat on when I was a kid. I had the cases off of this. I hooked up crazy antenna designs that I made. Stuff as crazy as like a star gun that I was making out of coat hangers. And guess who did not own an SWR meter at that time in their life? Me, as a 13-year-old, if you can believe it. So anyway, I just wanted to show this radio. I pulled it out of storage in 2020 when I got back into CB. It was kind of hiding away and moving with me through the years, since I never throw anything away. But this is the radio's condition as when I got it. It was all scratched up here on the face, and the lettering was scratched off. I actually drew that on with a pencil when I was a kid. I'm sure it was in a tractor or a truck in its former life before me. But anyway, I dug it out in 2020, powered it up, and it still worked. And then out of boredom, I completely recapped it. All the capacitors are new in here. And then I found some Christmas light LEDs that kind of match the color temperature of incandescent bulbs, so I threw them in here. They look a little dingy on the camera, but they look pretty good in person. And the brightness is about correct. The channel changer on this particular radio has always been cockeyed, so I'm on channel 17 right now, even though it looks like I'm between the two. But this thing kept me company every night of my life through high school, I'm sure. I sat and talked to locals in my hometown. We used this thing like people use Facebook and texting nowadays. We just sit on there at night and chat, and get up to trouble every now and then, talking to truckers out on the interstate, trying to lure them into town, taunting them. But yeah, this is the radio that got me into CB and kind of planted the seeds. So I'll forever have a soft spot in my heart for Cobra 29s. And anyway, let's see if we can make some contact. I want to see if this thing's working. And we'll use this Turner Plus 3B because I just got this thing on eBay. This mic is completely factory stock. I just went through and cleaned up the switches and got the mic pin rewired for a Cobra 4 pin, and cleaned the crust off of the connections and put a new battery in here. So we'll see if it's working. It looks good on the oscilloscope, so hopefully we'll get some comebacks. Anyway, I've rambled on for far too long. Heard myself on his gate.
Wake up here in Maine, 383.
How about it out there in Maine? Are we getting up there? This is 421 in the middle of Iowa, and we're waving up there.
Roger, 421, Des Moines, Iowa. Caught you up in that gate as well. I think you heard yourself. So sounds like I can hear a smile on your face. 421, 243, waving a hand at you.
Yeah, 243. I'm on an old Cobra 23 channel that I'm just testing out, so it's fun to see if it's getting out.
Yeah, roger that, 421.
Oh, this is a channel that I'm just testing out, so it's fun to see if it's getting out.
It's getting out, no doubt. You're up here in the state of Maine in 38 in the black hole. We're waving a hand.
All right, 243, you have yourself a mighty fine one. We'll get on the side and let you get back at it. This is 421.
410 there, Mr. 38 Snub Nose, good to hear you in there. Your friend on this end, 243. We're sitting back, read the mail, and 421, keep up the good work. 243, back quiet.
That's exactly what I was trying for. I didn't realize he was going to throw me on a gate so that you could actually hear me coming back. But clearly my childhood radio that I beat like a redheaded stepchild is still working. And that's all we wanted to prove today. So you just can't I just can't shake. These things are the radio in my mind. It'll always be the CB radio because this is the first one I got. I used it for years. And then, you know, obviously these things just kind of multiply like feral cats. So as an AM person, this is good enough for me.